Imagine discovering an entire continent by accident. In 1492, a confident Italian explorer named Christopher Columbus set sail looking for India. He sailed west. He landed somewhere else. And instead of saying, "Oops," he basically said, "Yep, this is it." It wasn't India. It was the beginning of what would later become United States of America. Fast forward a couple of centuries. 13 British colonies are sitting on the east coast of North America. They're growing, trading, expanding. Then Britain says, "You owe us taxes." The colonies respond, "For what exactly?" No representation in Parliament, but plenty of taxation. And just like that, revolution. In 1776, a document was written that would change political history forever. The Declaration of Independence. Its main author, Thomas Jefferson. It contained a radical sentence: all men are created equal. Now, reality at the time? Not exactly equal. But the idea, explosive, and with that idea, a new country was born. In 1787, America did something unusual. Instead of creating a king, they created a system. 3 branches of government: executive, legislative, judicial, each one watching the other. Checks and balances. Why? Because the founding fathers had a very realistic view of humanity. Power corrupts. So they designed a system where power argues with itself. And somehow, it's still functioning today. America didn't stay small. It expanded westward, fast. Land purchases, like the Louisiana Purchase, doubled its size overnight. But expansion had consequences. Native American tribes were displaced. Cultures were destroyed. Entire communities were forced off their lands. The American dream, for some, was a nightmare for others. History is complicated like that. In 1861, the United States went to war. With itself, North versus South. The issue? Slavery. The president at the time was Abraham Lincoln. The Civil War ended in 1865. Slavery was abolished. But the scars? They didn't disappear, and in many ways, they still haven't. By the 20th century, America had transformed. Industrial power, economic growth, mass production. Then came World War I, then World War II. America officially entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. 4 years later, it emerged as one of the most powerful nations on Earth. And then began the Cold War, a global rivalry with Soviet Union. Not just a military race, a space race. In 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon. One small step for a man, one giant leap for American prestige. America didn't just export weapons, it exported culture, Hollywood, fast food, pop music, technology. Companies like Apple, Google, and Microsoft became part of everyday life across the globe. You don't have to live in America to live inside its ecosystem. Your phone, your apps, your movies. Soft power, silent, effective, global. Is America perfect? No. Its history includes slavery, segregation, economic crises, political polarization, gun violence. It struggles, it debates, it divides. But here's what makes it fascinating. It constantly reinvents itself. America. A country or an idea? More than land, more than a flag, more than an anthem. America is an idea. The idea that you can start with nothing and build something massive. The idea that you can criticize your government without disappearing. The idea that ambition is not arrogance, it's identity. And maybe that's the real power. Not the military, not the economy. The belief that the experiment is still worth running. Because at the end of the day, America isn't just a place on the map. It's a 250-year-old experiment that somehow reshaped a planet billions of years old. And the real question isn't, is America powerful? The real question is, how long can an experiment this big keep working?